Okay. Let's see. All right, this is Verna, and sorry about that. I'm not sure what was wrong. I couldn't get my phone in the right position, so I'm just going to move things over here and see if that helps. So now it looks like it's froze. My goodness, we have technology issues a little bit. Okay. My goodness. All right, we're gonna put that on mute and turn it this way. Okay, so I have a really pretty card for you today featuring paper pumpkins and the Detailed Pumpkins dies. This is a bundle that's in the new mini catalog, August to December. That's the way my day has been today. And these are all the different dies. I love this die right here, and I really love this one too. So, and this is a stamp set. It has great sentiments in it. Love the sentiments in this. And I especially love this pumpkin right here. This is kind of what sold me on it. And the fonts are beautiful. I love this. If friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. So I think that's super, super great and really love that. All right, so let's get started. This is a fancy fold card, and I'm using the beautiful, this paper, and I will look up the name of it. What is the name of that paper? Anyways, it has a lot of blackberry in it. I'll put it down in the description, and I'll put the measurements there too and all the supplies that I used today. So, but it's a specialty designer series paper because it has this gold in it. So I have a piece here that's 5.5 by 12, and I'm going to do some scoring. And when you score on DSP, you want to go very, very lightly. You're not gonna press down really hard, or you'll rip your paper. Cardstock you can press a little more forcefully. So we're going to score it at 4 1/4 right here. And this is a scoring blade, this light one, this light gray one. We're gonna, hi Margaret. Hi Cheryl. Yeah, it is beautiful paper. We're gonna score it at 7 1/4, and the arm comes out on this. We're gonna move it down to 7 1/4, right there. Lightly, Verna, don't press hard. And 10 1/4. And we're gonna go all the way down there. Lightly like that. Now we're done with this. Bring it back. Okay, and so let's do some folding. We've got this small fold here, and I have to decide which way I want it to lay on my, which side I want up for the front flap. Excuse me. Got a frog in my throat. So I think I want this for the front flap, and I've got all of these little folds here. I've got this little fold, and I've got this one right here. So we're gonna go, it's bugging me because when I look on my laptop, this is crooked, so I keep trying to straighten it up. Anyways, all right, so for the front here, I have die cut using the Scalloped Contour Dies, a piece of Very Vanilla, and it's the second to the largest die. It's this one right here. And I'm gonna do some embossing on this. I'm gonna also do some embossing on the inside piece, which is 5 1/4 by 4. We're gonna do that all at once. And there's that piece. And then I need a scrap piece for the sentiment. And so I'm gonna bring in my Stamparatus because I want to make sure that I get the enough of the Versamark ink on my stamp. So we get enough ink on there to get a good image. And so let's do the front sentiment first. And that is on the Scalloped Contour piece right here. And I'm going to put it about like this. Well, first I want to run my embossing buddy on it. We don't sell these anymore, but I'm telling you, they really do the job. They help keep the embossing powder where it should be and not going all over your cardstock. I know, I don't use very vanilla enough either, Margaret. So I'm going to pull this down because I want my sentiment to be over on this side, right there. And I'm using the one that says, what does it say? So thankful for you. And I have a hard time telling if I've got it straight up because I don't have my labels on the back. I don't like to put them on it, so I usually end up selling my stamps. So I'm just going to turn that over, and it looks a little bit crooked. So I'm going to straighten it and see where it would end up right about there. So that looks right. And I'm going to ink that up with my Versamark ink. I'm going to stamp that on there. I'm going to ink it again just to make sure. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to do one more image before I get the heat embossing tool over here. That'll be okay for a few minutes. And I'm going to do a pumpkin at the bottom of this inside piece. And I'm going to use that beautiful pumpkin with all the leaves and the decorative images on it. I'm going to lay that face down there. I'm going to pick it up and ink it up. And I forgot to do this. I tend to forget that. I don't put the labels on, whoops, because I like to sell my stamp sets when they retire. And look at, there's a little raspberry color on that. And I think they sell better if I don't have the labels on them. Do you know how sometimes you get the label maybe a tiny bit off? So that's why. Okay, so that's got a little pink hue to it, but I kind of like it. And my magnets just stuck together. All right, so I'm going to bring my heat tool over. I got to put the powder on first. And I'm using gold embossing powder and a coffee folder to catch it. I'll get rid of that little excess, and I've got a little bit on the edge there. I've got a little paintbrush. I'm going to just take and wipe that off carefully. Okay. A little bit there. And let's do the sentiment. And I goofed that up. Okay, let's do, what is this? I'm just going to cut a square here. Do it at the top of this, and then I'll cut it the right to fit inside this there. I'll come back to that in a minute. I'm gonna dry or heat my pumpkin up here. Hey, Tony, nice to see you. Welcome aboard. Okay, isn't that a beautiful image? Just love that. All right, to fix this, I'm not sure what happened there. I must have moved it when I re-inked it. And I'm gonna cut one really quick. It'll just take me a second. So for my Sweet Notes card club this month, I'm featuring this set, the Pretty Pumpkin, and I was gonna go with some more country style cards, but I really love this paper. So I'll show you a few this is one of them right here. Using this Blackberry, whatever this paper is, I've gotta look the name of it up. And then this one is another one. This isn't done yet. It needs a gold ribbon there, but the beautiful gold ribbon is on back order, and I'm hoping that comes in. So before I have to send those out, okay, sorry about that. So if you're interested in Card Club, everything's cut to make 8 cards, and it's 4 different designs. It includes $20 worth of product. It also includes priority shipping, and I know what happened was I lifted this up. That's what I did. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So, it's $40, and I also have a PDF tutorial and a video tutorial. I'm gonna move this a little bit again. I'm gonna wipe this. Let's see if this one turns out good. I keep freezing, that's not good. Well, I don't know what to say about that. Hopefully it'll stop. Okay. Powder. Better, still a little bit there. All right, so this is not going well. Okay, so I'm gonna switch. And I'm going to, it's because I don't, I'm gonna try a different one. I'm gonna just turn this over and use the back. I know I shouldn't, but I'm gonna. Okay, and I'll do this again. Thank you, Margaret, for sharing. Okay, let's see. I want this down a little bit. this part down a little bit, like that. That looks pretty good. All right, let's do this and see what we got. I love that saying, so thankful for you. That's better. And I'm just going to take my brush and brush a little bit off here and heat it up. It's raining here. We're hoping that we don't get a lot of rain, as you can imagine, because of the flooding. We're praying we don't get a lot of rain. So thankful for you, and one more embossed image, and that is the vine with the little blossom on it, and I want that at the, well, I guess it won't matter where that is on this. I'm going to put it down in this corner here, and this is going to go on the front of the card. So I'm going to die cut it out from this piece of scrap paper. No rain yet, huh? Well, that's good. My brother lives in York, near Lancaster, and they're right in the path of the hurricane that's coming up through. And this one I forgot to, this is what happens when you don't use the embossing buddy. You get a lot of stray powder. There's a little tip here we gotta get on the top. And I'll bring my brush in and get that off there. Yes, Margaret, if you would like to be in that part of that kit Zoom, would love to have you. It's Wednesday, September 22nd, and you just order a kit from an online store, and so if you have one and you'd like to join us, let me know, and I will send you the Zoom link. It should be a lot of fun, just to hear everybody be able to talk. All right, so we're done with the Stamparatus. I'm going to set that aside. And I'm going to bring in my little mini cut and emboss machine to die cut that. Don't you like the mini? It doesn't take up a lot of space. And I need the die. There's the die. And that's the wrong one. Here it is. And we're going to put that down there. That looks good. And I'm going to take a piece of Post-it tape, tape that on there to hold it. I used to not do that, but it just holds it so well from wandering and not cutting the right way. Oh, you haven't? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I like mine. I have both of them set up all the time so I can use them whenever. Sometimes the larger one is easier to turn, I think. All right, I'm bringing in a dust thing to get all that little powder off here. And I'm going to color this in. Probably user error. Well, you don't know. You don't know that for sure, Cheryl. Okay, I'm going to color the leaves in Mossy Meadow, and I'm just using a Stampin' Right marker. And the gold will still show through. I had to take my granddaughter to the orthodontist this morning, and then I have my 2 little grandsons coming at 4. I forgot that I had to watch them, so I had to move my Facebook Live time. They're so funny. They're 2 and 3, and they are full of it. They are all about the farm, though. And this is Rich Razzleberry. The other one was Mossy Meadow. All right, let's put this baby together. So we have our, you love your mini. Yeah, that's good to use a non-slip mat. I have a mat over where I have them set up all the time. All right, so this, we're gonna decorate, this front piece is gonna go here. I'm gonna go ahead and decorate this first. I have die cut the pumpkin out of that beautiful new gold vellum. This is the pumpkin I'm talking about. I love this die. And this is a shimmery vellum. I don't know if you can see it, but it is shimmery. And this is gonna go on my card front here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of adhesive, and I'm just gonna dot it. You can use the adhesive sheets, which is a good idea. Maybe I'm gonna dot it on some of the little circles here. There we go. Just went a little bit. You can also take like a piece of a sponge, one of our old sponges cut up, and dab the glue on all over. You use the silicone mat, put some glue on it, dip your sponge in it, and then just lightly go over the back. That works probably better than this, and I didn't think to get it out to do it. Okay, so I think I've got enough glue on there, and I'm just gonna put a little bit up there. And this is gonna go right here. I'm gonna lay that down, just press it with my fingers. And if you get glue, sticky glue showing up through there when that dries, sometimes it's kind of sticky. You can just take your embossing buddy and lightly go over it. It will add powder to it so it won't be sticky, and if it shows, you can brush it off, but if anything, it's not going to show much on this at all. Okay, I'm going to grab a wipe and wipe my fingers. I'm gonna end up putting a little piece of glue there. All right, so our little vine that that we embossed and colored is gonna go here, and I'm gonna use dimensionals for that. So it'll pop it up. If you share, comment and share, I will send you, or I will put your name in a drawing and send you, whoever wins that, a little thank you. Okay, so this is gonna go along like this. I thought about orange, and I probably could have used it because there's a lot of brown here, but I thought this would be really pretty on that. Okay, so this says, so thankful for you. Now what I'm gonna do is I've got, this is die cut from the very vanilla, and I've got one that's rich raspberry. So I'm gonna put them on this. This is gonna go on the front here. And this one is gonna go under this flap here, and I'm gonna line them up so I have this nice ruffled edge showing here, right here, the raspberry edge. So let me show you how I go about doing that. First thing I'm gonna do is, yes, this is the way I lined it up, and you wanna line up your little curvy top part here too. So I'm just gonna take put a little bit of glue down the edge of this, not much, just enough to hold it in place. And I'm gonna line this up the way where I want it, like that. Okay. So now I'm going to take my flap here where I want it. So I want it to go like this. It's gonna sit on here like this. So when you open it, it looks like you've got this like that on the back. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of glue while these are, and just put it on the inside here. A little bit on this one, and a little bit on the vanilla, like that. I'm gonna slide that on the front. All right, so this is our front panel. It will look like that. And now I'm gonna take, this is the inside piece, but first it's gonna layer onto a piece of rich raspberry, and this is oops, there's a job. Hello, this is 5 1/4 by 4. This is 5 by 3 3/4. And as long as I've got the glue out, I am just gonna go ahead and use it. You just need a tiny, tiny bit of it. I'm gonna center it on here. For some reason, there we go. Okay, and then this is going to be centered on the inside here. This would be great for a, you know, you could use it for a birthday card or just a thinking of you friendship card. Okay, so that's in there. So now you have this nice, very vanilla edge showing along here, and you have this nice edge on the front. Now you can go ahead and you can put something here. I probably will die cut like that other pumpkin out in gold and put it here. You could put a little message here if you want to. And we're gonna put some gems on the front of it. And I will use the gold. These are the brushed metallic gems. Sticking to my sticky finger. Put one up there. And it would be pretty with a little bit of gold trim on here, I think. Okay, so that's card for today. And if you comment and share, we will put your name in a drawing and someone will win a little prize. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Cheryl. It was so nice to have you here. And Tony and Margaret. Okay, I will be back next week with something, and there's no Mystery Stamping Monday because of it being Labor Day. Take care and have a great weekend.